We just saw vintage James Harden for the first time in a long, long time. In case you've been living under a rock, James Harden just dropped 55 points, shooting 17 of 26 from the field, 65% from the field against my Charlotte Hornets. Now, this game wasn't supposed to be exciting. The Clippers were without Kawhi Leonard. It was at 1 o'clock on a Saturday in Charlotte. It was going to be on FanDuel. It's not even nationally televised because when did the Hornets ever nationally televised? And this was just supposed to be a boring NBA Saturday. In fact, the Hornets were favored. The Hornets were back at full strength. Brandon Miller returned to the lineup. And so far, when the lineup of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Con Knipple, Miles Bridges, and Ryan Kalkbrenner all played, it was actually a really good sight. But not against the Clippers. James Harden had his way. I thought that Brandon Miller would really be able to keep up with him and slow him down. Yeah, sure, he might give 25-30 because I was like, who else do the Clippers have on the offense? I mean, 40-year-old Chris Paul's not going to do anything. He just announced his retirement. But man, I was wrong. When I turned the game on, the Hornets were up by 8, and James Harden had just gotten going. He had 21 by the end of the first quarter. I'm telling you, when I was watching this game, you could have put James Harden in a red jersey, thrown the Rockets logo at the bottom of the score ticker, and I probably would have told you that this game was from 2018. He was unreal. 11 of 14 from the free throw line. Just an overall great game. Like I said, 65% from the field. The Clippers won by 15, but it did not feel like a 15-point win. It felt like a 25-point win. The Hornets did not have an answer for this dude. I'm telling you, he probably could have dropped more if he wanted to. They beat the Hornets in 3 out of the 4 quarters, and it was ugly. The Hornets dropped to 4-12. The Clippers still at 5-11. They're still not a good team. They still look old and washed at many times. But if this is the turnaround for their season, then this is really something to look forward to if you're a Clippers fan. James Harden's last 50-point game was in March against the Detroit Pistons, but it was very different than this one here. I just don't think anybody expected what happened here on a Saturday in the Spectrum Center. I really don't. I certainly did not. I thought he would give 25, 27. I didn't think 55 was in question. The only reason the Hornets made this game somewhat competitive, like if you didn't watch the game, you'd say, oh, well, the Hornets lost by 15. That's okay. I mean, it's not great, but you can turn a 15-point game around in minutes. But the only reason that this game was even close at all was that Con Knipple had 26, shot 9 of 12, and LaMelo Ball had 18, shooting 7 of 14. Brandon Miller had a good first game back. Really, I mean, the Hornets played fine offensively. The Clippers just were better offensively. And the Hornets had no answer defensively. You cannot beat the Clippers when you have James Harden having 55, Zubac with 18, John Collins did his part with 10. This is a good Clippers team. They have a lot of talent, even without Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal really hasn't been doing anything anyway. But if James Harden keeps this up, and I'm not saying 55, I'm saying if he scores 30, 35 a game, which is still a lot to ask of someone James Harden's age, but the Clippers will be back in the Western Conference play-in contention in no time. This is a team that hasn't been good on the road, just 2-6. This was just their second road win. They were coming off of a huge losing streak. The last time they won a game was against the Dallas Mavericks. But leave it to my Hornets to give them an easy win. If you can get James Harden and Kawhi Leonard on the same page whenever Kawhi Leonard comes back, who knows? I'm sure he's getting paid from some tree company. But when you get these two on the same page, that's a lot of talent. I know they're old. I know this isn't 2015 anymore. This isn't even 2018, 2019. But there's still gas left in the tank. I didn't want the Clippers to win. I really didn't. I wanted the Hornets to win this game, no doubt about it. But I was just kind of in awe of watching James Harden because I felt like my childhood was back. Even though he didn't do much, to have Chris Paul and James Harden on the same court again, man, I felt like I was watching the 2018 Rockets. It was fun. Like, yeah, the Hornets lost and I'm upset about it. But it was fun to watch vintage James Harden. I know Kings fans have felt this way about Russell Westbrook. I mean, these veterans are still really good players. There's a reason that they're in the NBA. And there's a reason that they're former MVPs, former All-Stars. I kind of want James Harden to win a championship. I don't think it's going to happen. but I think it would be great. James Harden is ending his career on top if this is the new norm. He's had a good year. He really has. He's actually been like the brightest spot on this Clippers team. Really. I mean, he's not been bad at all. 26.5 points a game. I mean, the guy is 36 years old. What more do you want from him? I guess you want 55 every game. Tyronn Lue did a great job coaching this game. He fed the hot hand. He very much led the offense through James Harden. Something I wish Charles Lee would do. Feed the hot hand. Actually know how to change lineups or when not to change lineups. James Harden, man. What a game. What an absolute game.